not felt this way. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly means.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist.
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we What are the many disasters that this world faces, but the sum of all irresolvable?
The biggest question you should be asking is how...
Yes. Although, I would express, I must not fail. And so the question...
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find...
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. My preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a floor.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are...
As discussed during our meeting.
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... they're a little more extreme, and maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, a system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered...
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that...
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons...
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru. Merge it with the Akasha.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials...
So you mean we're going to get...
Yes. But this time, the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge. Just...
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people, controls the situation.
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, but by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will... Under normal circumstances, Irminsul... Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely. Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready!
In the past, when people sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
destruction!
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree is stepped growing!
Great!
What a display of true courage! The courage to think!
Indeed, only humans could do.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dottore possesses, he will not be. Now for the next. I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service, Lord?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately.
Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust off?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in...
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremony. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard.
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might...
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our...
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met...
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on managing money is not like other professions.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation, Welt.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to not. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
that is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, but as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test sub?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an and after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly.
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nodcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not?
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take a suspiciously vacant seat, a new face.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irmin's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge.
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity.
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in?
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and...
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said...
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must... Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means.
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates and...
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world...
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as...
Very well. But you're really asking... Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request. Many suns and moons passed. Seasons changed. And still, his confession...
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might...
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all. You had reasons why our partnership...
Don't you find people's attitudes toward gods amusing? A god descends from the heaven, and yet, when they see an ordinary person gain godlike levels of power by virtue of their own hard work, they treat him with